rankings are out in various aspects, okay? So I see one that ranks the Rangers, and again, we talk about it all the time. The reason they put these rankings out is so that we will do just exactly what we're doing, which is to say, talk about them. So we're going to do it. We fell into their trap again. But somebody at MLB ranked the offenses, the offenses in the American League, lineups, basically. And they had the Rangers at 10th lineup-wise. And then the same group puts out this, that the Rangers are the second best odds to win the World Series, significantly behind the Los Angeles Dodgers, I should say, who were at almost 20%. Rangers, though, best American League team at 9.4. Let's say almost 10% chance of winning the World Series.
Well, if you win the American League, you get it. I guess you have a 50-50 shot.
Now you got a 50-50 shot. Yeah.
So, I think a lot of people think the Rangers are going to win the AL. We've seen that. And so, excuse me. It makes some sense. Now the 10th best lineup.
Right. They had the Orioles ahead of them. They had the Yankees ahead of them and one other American League, or Red Sox.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it plays out. And the Rangers do have, a few things that need to be addressed. What is going to happen in center field? We kind of talked about it yesterday with Evan Carter and Leody Taveras and Kevin Pillar. And then, is Adolis Garcia going to bounce back? Can Josh Young stay healthy? All those things could very easily be improved upon from last season. The catching output should be better. The DH output should be better. So there are a lot of reasons to feel good about it, but you have to see it happen. It looks great on paper, John, but you got to get out there and execute and get it all done. So it's got the potential to be higher. It's only 2 years removed, the World Series year, from being the top offense in the American League.
Yeah, and again, through the first 3 quarters of that season, for sure the first half, we were talking about the 27 Yankees and stuff with that lineup.
Very, very good. And you look at that season, Corey Seager missed more than, around a month, maybe a little bit more than a month. But you had Ezekiel Duran pick up the slack. When Josh Young was hurt, Zeke kind of slipped a little, but they were able to, still manage to do it. That was when Corey Seager was just scorching hot. And, Simeon had a good year, also needs to be better this season. And you got Wyatt Langford, who the 23 team did not have, so you're going to expect more from him. So there's just a lot of good potential here. But we'll see how it plays out. I mean, the Red Sox are going to hit the ball really, really well. They added Bregman. The Yankees are getting banged up. They're
right.
Short with Stanton right now on the injury front. DJ LeMahieu is not that he was a great hitter last year, or is the hitter he used to be, but that's another blow. They lost Gleyber Torres, who was a pretty good little second baseman.
Yeah.
So they have some things where, and they lost Juan Soto.
Right.
So they have some
the best hitter on the planet.
They have some definite areas where they need to pick up some slack. So, and the Orioles are good. Gunnar Henderson, who was dealing with some kind of strain, an intercostal strain, he's swinging a bat today. So he's probably going to be okay for the opener. But that's a good lineup, and they just keep coming up with these young prospects, wave after wave of them. So that doesn't surprise me.
No,
that doesn't.
And it went Red Sox, Yankees, Orioles in their ranking. So that American League East, again, and we've said it before, pretty stacked, but so is the American League West, and of course no representation from the American League Central in that top 10, not as far as offenses go anyway. So.
Yeah, not surprising.
No.
Although the Royals are killing it this spring.
Yeah.
It's spring training, but man, they are scoring some runs.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to some of the questions, Jeff, and you saw one early.
Yeah, from Kelly Mann. All right, besides Josh Smith, which bench guy can be on the active roster who can play an infield spot besides Zeke? And then he mentions Haggerty.
Okay,
on the 40-man roster, you have Duran. Yeah. You have Jonathan Ornelas, who is a member of the 40-man roster. Beyond that, as far as just on the camp roster, including the non-roster guys, Haggerty, sure. Nick Ahmed, who we talked about, and I'm kind of intrigued by him because he's hit some home runs this spring, and he's only played I believe shortstop and second in his career. He's excellent at shortstop. Now he could probably play third. He could probably go to first. I mean, if the Rangers are short anywhere, it's the backup first baseman. Because I really don't think they want Jock Peterson to play first base. He's done it this spring. It's not natural. That's the best way to say it.
Yeah.
So I think that's the one good thing that Zeke Duran has going for him right now is the ability to play first base. Especially if, let's say, Corey Seager, which seems to happen just about every year, needs a little time on the injured list. Well, you're going to want Josh Smith at shortstop. Who's going to be your backup infielder at that point? I would think Duran, but he does have the options. He can go to the minors and get at bats. So to answer your question, on the active on the 40 man, it's Duran and Ornelas. Beyond that, well, we'll see what happens.
We all silly like the mayor.